How's it going, guys? Higgs here, and welcome back to the channel. So we all know that Assassin's Creed Black Flag is one of the worst kept secrets in gaming right now, but with Ubisoft seemingly staying tight-lipped, employees are updating their profiles, with journos also having inside sources giving us a few more details, and now people are quietly confident we will get a reveal at the Game Awards, and in my opinion, this makes too much sense. A bit more than a month ago, Duke's Video magazine claimed to have details from an insider about the remake with a more streamlined story evolved around Edward Kenway, with the modern day elements taken away, but with an extra 4 hours worth of gameplay added to compensate for that loss. And there is also a more RPG feel to the game, which does align with the recent path Assassin's Creed has taken, which I don't mind as long as the story is good, so that side of it does need to change. So fast forward, and what we do know is the codename for Black Flag is Obsidian and is being developed by a few studios, the main being Ubisoft Singapore with help from Bordeaux and Belgrade. LinkedIn is a great source for speculation as developers naturally update their profiles, and Christian Pedon is one of them who currently works at Ubisoft Montreal. He has recently updated his profile, as seen here, that he's a part-time storyboard artist for Assassin's Creed codename Obsidian since February 2024, and also is working on Assassin's Creed Hexe, another title fans are eagerly waiting to hear more of. So with Christian working on the storyboard, this kind of confirms there will be new story beats in Black Flag, which are focusing more on the actual timeline of the game, and this is a great change. Modern day storylines are good, but having more fresh storylines for Edward himself is a solid risk-free move, and Ubisoft need that right now. Now, this timeline is quite important as well because of the supposed release window for the AC Black Flag remake, which is rumoured to be March 2026. And this also aligns with recent reports that the newly formed Vantage Studios, the studio formed as part of the Tencent merger, plans to release an AC game every 2 years. Now, I'm not making 5 out of 2+2. Honestly, with them reports and with him working on it for that space of time, it just seems too much of a coincidence in my opinion. So February 2026 will make it 2 years since Christian started work on the remake, and with the Game Awards around the corner, there is no better stage to officially announce a remake is coming for the much loved game. Now, I know Mirage DLC and that big update, Valley of Memory, which is totally free by the way, is being released on November the 18th with Ubisoft concentrating on that, but the Game Awards isn't until December the 11th, and with all the excitement and goodwill Ubisoft has made with Valley of Memory, it would be a huge missed opportunity to keep the good vibes going with an announcement on the biggest gaming platform there is just before the holidays, and announce a pre-order window along with some fresh new gameplay would be a huge win in my opinion. Now, with the massive news about Mark Cote stepping down, and then this post which he put over on LinkedIn, which I'll just read through the first couple of paragraphs. He says, the past 24 hours have been deeply emotional. Reading all your public and private messages has reminded me of so many moments, people and shared dreams from the past 2 decades. He then goes on to say, many of you have expressed surprise that I would choose to leave Assassin's Creed after so many years, especially given the passion I still hold for it. The truth is simple, I did not make that choice. Ubisoft decided to transfer the leadership of Assassin's Creed franchise to someone closer to its new organisational structure. A different position was mentioned, but it did not carry the same scope, mandate or continuity with the work I had been entrusted with in recent years. It seems Mark's views probably did not align with those at the top of the new structure. Now, this can be seen as a good or bad thing. For me, this is good news and signals a new era for Assassin's Creed, and with so much change going on at Ubisoft, a Black Flag announcement will not only take eyes off of them, but get fans excited for a much deserved remake and start this new era with a bang. Now, I know he said that he was offered a different role within the company, but I can only assume that would have been a step down to what he was already doing, so why would you do that? Naturally, you probably wouldn't anyway, especially if you're being asked to step down from a role you wanted to stay in. But the reason why I think this is good news, because I just feel there needs to be a change of direction. As much as I love Shadows, and it definitely is the best feeling AC game to date, and that helps with the advancements in technology, the story was lacking. Claws of Awaji did, funnily enough, claw back a little bit, but it was just too little, too late, in my opinion. And I think the eye has been taken off the ball. I think in Shadows they concentrated too much on the store and all of these fantasy items that you can buy, and that doesn't really align with what the franchise is all about. So hopefully the new Mirage DLC coming aligns more with what the franchise is about. I know there's going to be some grumblings about the investment from the Saudis and such, but look, Mirage, the big update that's coming, it looks great and it's free. So they're trying to build up some goodwill with that, and I think they need to carry it on. So the change in leadership with Mark stepping down, I think, is a good thing. Yeah, we don't know who's going to be stepping up, and they said it's someone more closer to the new structure, but that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. We just don't know. I know on socials there's been a lot of people just getting a little bit too excited saying it's a bad thing, but I don't think so. Look, any change is a bit nerve-wracking, I suppose, within a franchise that people love, but I'm one for change. I think different views and different eyes on Assassin's Creed isn't necessarily a bad thing. So in terms of going back to Black Flag, like the technical upgrade alone is enough to get me excited, as it will be built in the latest Anvil engine and it will be at the crispy 60 FPS. Yes, I am a frames per second snob, unfortunately. But with the new structure in place and Vantage Studios taking charge, this is a great opportunity to make a statement, and anything Black Flag related will be met with so much positivity, and trust me, Ubisoft and the AC franchise needs it, unless they massively drop the ball and they do a really shit remake, which, look, I can't see that happening. The standard's been set this year, especially with Obsidian Remake. I don't expect Black Flag to be anywhere near that kind of level, but anything upgraded from the original will be good. I know the new RPG element, some fans are a bit like, meh, you know, the RPG games aren't exactly great currently, but look, Black Flag has already got that core identity of being a really good game, and just adding in a sprinkle of RPG-ness, it will add some much needed replayability. And that's what they want. It's the metrics. They want people to play their games for longer. That means they're doing something right. And the fact that the modern day story arcs are going to be taken out, I don't mind that if they're putting 3 to 4 hours of new gameplay in. It's new stuff that we haven't seen before. But look, I think they're going to be doing a reveal at the Game Awards. It makes too much sense for it not to happen. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, guys. I'll be really intrigued to know if you think it's going to happen. If you think it isn't going to happen, like, let us know why. But as always, if you have enjoyed the video, hit that like button, as it helps the video out massively. And if you're into all things Assassin's Creed, I do cover it a lot on my channel. I am more geared towards the franchise. Hit that subscribe button for more videos in the future. But as always, take care, and I'll see you on the next video.